Hey there folks, we got something new for the camper pod. A Koolatron thermoelectric cooler warmer unit. We got this, we're not going to be using the warming function. We're going to be using this as like a refrigerator for the camper pod and hooking it up to our ALLPOWERS S2000. So just to do a quick overview, it's relatively light. I'll weigh it down in a moment. It has a magnetic catch, which is great. Now we're not quite sure what model this is. They have everything like a P9, P20, P27, P65, all that. Not quite sure what model it is right now. I'll probably put it down in the description if I can find it. But it can also, as well as being used as a chest sort of cooler freezer, it can also be used as like a refrigerator because it has this shelf in here, so it can actually be mounted like this, as well as, whoop, I'm out of room here. It can be mounted like this, as well as a cooler, which is pretty neat. The beauty with these thermoelectric cooler warmers is that they have very few moving parts. There's no like condenser or anything like that into it. It has a little DC unit down here, and you can see it here, that actually cools the interior of the cooler a certain degree below the ambient temperature outside. Now, according to the manual, it says, where is it? It's a high performance with low power draw. Cools approximately 22 degrees Celsius or 40 Fahrenheit below the ambient temperature, and it also heats. Not interested in the heat stuff. It says the current consumes about 4.5 amps, except for the P9, which is 3.5. So I'm going to be hooking it up to the ALLPOWERS now in a moment, just to see how it works and see how long the ALLPOWERS can run this unit. Further instructions here. Okay, the way this is a cooler and a warmer. On the plug, there's a red and a blue. And there's an arrow right there. So if you line the blue up with the arrow, it's going to cool. Line the red up with the arrow, and it's going to heat up. Pretty standard automotive type plug right here. What else? Oh yeah, I'll go weigh it. I'll see if I can get the weight online, and if I do, I'll just post it right here. So anyway, I'm going to plug it into the ALLPOWERS now and see what it does. I've got the cord plugged into the Koolatron with the blue dot on the arrow, so it's set up for cooling. And I've got the ALLPOWERS here with the app on my phone. Finally got it working. So to turn on the DC, okay, it's turned on there. I also grabbed a thermometer, and it's looking like it's about 6 degrees, 7 degrees Celsius, or 43 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's where it is, and it's about 1:45. So I'm going to plug this in. The ALLPOWERS, 7 degrees at 1:45. Now let's just see. So it's pulling 62, 61. Now let's see where it lands. Usually with most things, upon startup, it's a little higher. It's dropping. Just going to grab a can. So at 1:45, it was 7 degrees Celsius. And it's showing here it should run for about 4 hours and 52 minutes. And now it's up to 5 hours. So I'm going to check in on this in a little bit just to see what it's drawing and how much time is left. And I'm also going to, well, I'm going to drop the thermometer now inside the Koolatron to see if it can get down to as cold a temperature as it's supposed to. What's interesting about this app, I think, is pretty cool. It's actually showing the output's 54 watts, 53 watts, and shows the time remaining 5 hours and 18 minutes. So that's pretty cool. So like when the S2000 is in the storage compartment, we can monitor the usage on the phone or a tablet. Let's quickly grab the thermometer. And it's showing 5 degrees. It was 7. Let's see if I can. There you go. Put it back in there. 5 degrees after half an hour. And I've still got 5 hours runtime. So the app is saying 5 hours and 24 minutes, drawing 53 watts, 54 watts. And this here, the box is actually pretty much the same. It's like an hour since I've had it plugged in. Now let's go grab the thermometer. The box seems cold. And now it's down to about 3 degrees. See if I can get you to see it. There you go. It's about down to 3 degrees. Let's check in another half an hour. One thing it did say in the instructions was that if you were to use it for cooling, it's better to put your items in frozen, because it will take less energy to cool down the box, which makes sense. And the same thing goes for heating as well. So we're an hour and a half. Let's go check the thermometer. And we're looking at about 1 degree. So it's another drop. Yeah, seems to be like 2 degrees every half hour. So next check-in time will be 4 o'clock, and I bet you it'll be down to, my prediction will be minus 1 degree Celsius. That's my prediction. 57 watts, still 100% remaining time. So it hasn't used any energy, because here it's saying 54. It's saying 54 on the app, now 53. Okay, yeah, the app is in line with that there. I'm just looking at I got my phone laid right here, and you can hear that fan going, so it is working. So we're at the 2-hour mark. I anticipated gonna be -1. Let's take a peek. Yeah, 0 -1. Back in here. Now I do have that laid on the upper ledge that's up right here, so it may be cooler down in the base. Not quite sure. Probably it is. Actually, that's where I'll lay it. I'll just put it back. I'll just open it back up and put it in the lower section, because heat does rise and cool sink. So now I've got it laid down right here. I'll just quickly show you. Right down there. So I'll give it another 30 minutes. And I'm anticipating probably like a -3 degrees. And we'll see how that goes. And what's peculiar is that it's still showing 100% battery life. And it's been running for 2 hours. That's peculiar. After 2.5 hours, the ALLPOWERS S2000 is still running the Koolatron. It's still at 100% capacity. Still showing 5.5 hours. Still running at about 56, 55. That's been up and down. Not quite sure what to think about that. Let me just grab the thermometer. And it's at -8. See if you can see it here. Right there, it's at -8. So I was anticipating -3. But it's true there. So down in the bottom of that, it dropped. It's now down to -7 degrees. Yeah, -7. So it seems to be working. You know, it's colder down in the bottom. So if used as a chest freezer, the cool is going to stay down there. If used as a refrigerator, once you open the door, all the cold is gonna dump out. So yeah, haven't gotten this down to 20 degrees below the ambient temperature yet, just because if I waited longer I probably would. Oh look, it dropped to 99%. Finally, some action there. So it is actually working. So I'm going to be shutting down this now. I think this is a successful test of the ALLPOWERS powering this here, but I'm not quite sure about this unit, whether or not we're going to keep it or not, because in order for it to get down to 20 degrees below the ambient temperature, it's still about 5 degrees. It'll take a while. So there you go, folks. Just a testing of the ALLPOWERS S2000 and quasi review of the Koolatron 12-volt thermoelectric cooler warmer. Anyway, folks, thanks for watching this video. Like and subscribe, and hope to see you in the next one.